bold as a lion, but you're in rooms that are shrinking you down to a person and a version of yourself that you aren't even supposed to be operating in. Sis, stop making yourself small to fit in rooms that cannot hold your greatness anymore. Sometimes, to avoid making others feel uncomfortable and even ourselves, we'll stay in rooms around people in certain environments, and we'll make ourselves small so that we don't make anyone else uncomfortable with our growth. You weren't created to stay stuck or to stay small. Growth will always cause you to stretch and to expand. God wants to do so much in your life, but he can't even do it because you are constantly trying to shrink down and dummy down the gifts that he's placed inside of you. In that friend group, you can't never tell them about the things you have going on in your life that are successful. You can't never tell them about your wins or celebrate the goodness that God is doing in your life because you're scared it's gonna make them uncomfortable or it's gonna make them not want to hang with you no more. Listen, that's not your circle. And that's okay. In that relationship, you're trying to carry that man, and baby, you can't do it if you want to grow and expand and be all that God has called you to be. They got to want it for themselves, and they got to have their own will, and they got to have their own willpower. That job doesn't value you. They're trying to shrink you down. It's okay. Do what you got to do until God releases you. Make sure you're putting that time into your craft. Make sure you're putting that time into that business so that you can level up to a better job, leave your job, whatever that looks like for you. Remember, arrogance is when you forget who gave you the gift. But dumbing down yourself and making yourself small in the name of being humble, no, that's not it. God wants you to walk confident in who he's called you to be. You are who God says you are. You're not who people say you are. You're not who your family say you are. And you're not who you tell yourself in your head. Because sometimes when we're used to shrinking ourselves over and over again, we'll have thoughts that shrink ourselves. Who did God say you were? Listen, I love y'all, and I want y'all to get to the place that God wants you to be. But you can't be there if you keep shrinking yourself, limiting yourself, and operating in a version that God doesn't even want you to operate in when it comes to yourself. So this week, let's make sure that we're expanding, we're stretching, and we're leaving anything that causes us to shrink or not grow properly. If you're in a growth season, drop this emoji down below in the comments and share this with a woman who needs the reminder that it's okay to outgrow old spaces.